counting only full days of the shed build. These are the parts that we have left, not including the little ones in the bags. So 2 doors, all the roof panels. I believe those are to support the doors. And this is what our shed currently looks like. It doesn't have a roof yet. There, that's how it looks. So, about almost 9:30 now, and we gotta get started. This is where we left off on day 2. So, hoping to get the roof on and the doors on, and then we'll be done. Good way to keep the raccoons out of your shed if you have any raccoons or any other small animals, since I believe they cannot climb the walls of the shed, and we don't have the doors on. I've put these animal whatever they're called. They're plastic and pointy, so if the animals step on it, I'm pretty sure they don't like the feeling of something poking up at their feet. So I got these on Amazon, and so I just rolled them out in front of the door and just held them in place with rocks and bricks. So far it's worked. The first and second night of having the walls up, haven't found any animals in here, and haven't found any of their droppings. So that's a big positive, because I don't want to clean up their droppings. Screw holes not lining up perfectly. These two that you see on this side, I had to drill new holes for because all the other holes matched up except for those two. So yeah, that was strange because I've been starting by putting it on in the upper ones, all these upper ones, and then I would work my way down the panel. But in this case, 2 of them wouldn't match up with the screw holes, so I had to drill new ones. Another tip is these, you'll see a slight bent in one side of these panels, and that slight bent means that it goes under. And this panel here that doesn't have any bend on it, it goes over. I didn't know that, and so when I was trying to get in this panel, I was trying to put the bent one over the one that's not bent, and it wouldn't fit. And it took me 2 tries before I figured out this. So yeah, I don't think it's clear in the handbook, so just want to share that tip. Hope it helps. Another tip is if you're like me and none of the holes on the end of the rafter or roof shingle thing, roof rafters, if they don't match up with the holes and you have to drill new holes, then make sure to use one of these to make sure that the wall is plumb, or is standing straight up before you make your manual screw holes. Otherwise you might end up with walls that are leaning in or leaning too far out. Yeah, another tip is when you do drill the holes, this one has 4, it's the wider one, and what I do is I put in the one closest to me first to make sure that it's holding the wall straight, and then I I drill the other 3, and I put them in one at a time, and then usually I drill the farthest one, and then I put it in the screw, and then I drill these 2 at the same time. Then I put in the screws. I believe it just helps keep the wall um, straight with the roof rafter. When you get down to the last 4 panels, really watch your head. I have bonked my head on the support beam and on the door trim here, and it's not fun. So as much as I know that it's there, every time I step on the ladder I forget to look up or to watch my head. So just want to say, watch your head. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a huge bulge inside one of these panels, because I'm trying to get it to align with the pre-drilled holes. I've been drilling my own holes because I just can't get them to match up, but I'm getting down to the last panel soon, and I want it to make sure it fits, so I forced this panel into the holes, and now it has a huge bulge in it. I haven't put in all the screws yet, so I'm hoping once I put in all the screws, then these bent these parts that have the bends, I hope that they take in the extra bulge. So fingers crossed. Okay, you can see the weird bulging in there. I had to put an extra screw in, which is right there, in order to help the bulge from popping up. It's ugly, but I'm sure the water won't leak in, so I think it'll be okay. That part is gonna be covered by the middle hat piece. I don't know what it's called, but it's this piece here. So this piece there's another piece that's gonna cover on this part, this section, so hopefully it'll hide the bulge and people won't see it. Yeah, not proper, but oh well. I'm getting tired and I want to finish. Wanted to show you this this last panel I did where I forced it into the pre-drilled holes, and this is how it turned out. I just finished taping the top here, and you can see this one part of it is still bulging, but at least it'll ensure that the last pieces will go in without too much trouble. At least that's what I'm hoping. So here's the last section that I'm going to be doing, and I'm also standing in one of the sections. So yeah, so now I'll have to get on the top cover for this section, and then work on putting up the last panels. Yep, that's it. This is very hard. When you have this top piece in place and you have to put in the next section, I don't know how they expect you to put the screwdriver in underneath it without damaging this top piece. So I don't think this is well thought out. I find it very hard to do this, and I don't get the screws in perfectly, and I guess maybe that's why the tape is there. But anyway, this is very difficult. Just whenever you see this, you have to drill through it, because even though you lined up the panels correctly, there won't be a hole. And so that's what I found to be best, is to just get yourself a drill bit that's about the same size, and just drove through it. Here's the shed after day 3. We were hoping to get the doors on, but the roof panels gave me so much trouble that I spent most of the day working on the roof panels. We did have time to put up on the vents and the arrow sign up top here, and that's about it. So I'm happy I got the shed panels up, the roof panels, so now it won't get wet inside. I also ordered an anchor kit, so we'll be installing that as well once it comes. But first, we're gonna work on the doors. I started working on the doors, and so one of the doors is nearly completed, and the other door will start tomorrow. There was one screw. We got only one of the I forgot, it was like 66692 screws. So we're gonna have to find another screw for the other door. I'm not sure where the second one went, but we couldn't find it in any of the bags we had.